What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're creating a sketch illustration of Wolverine. For today's lesson you'll need a sketch pad and something to draw with. I'm using this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. If you want more details on our art supplies I'll leave a list with links in the description below. Let's begin today's drawing by blocking out the basic shape of the head. We're going to start by sketching a line coming down the center of a page. So I'll start from the very top. I'm just going to lightly work my way down towards the bottom. Now go back up to the top and draw another line going across from left to right. Now we use these two lines to help us create a circle along the top of our page to define the size of the head. So from that center point, let's move up to the top. Let's mark this off right about here. Let's measure that distance from the center and do the same thing across the bottom. Let's repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over towards the left and then the right. Now let's connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. Let's start with the top left, and the circle doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be rough. I just want to capture the right size and placement along the top center of our page. Let's go out to the side of our circle, add another line coming down the side, and we'll add one more line going across the bottom of our circle. Now with our guidelines and circle in place, we start blocking out the facial features. Let's start by marking off the inside corner of the eyes. So from that center line along the bottom of our circle, let's move over toward the left, draw a short line going up. Let's take that same distance from the center towards the right. Now from the bottom of that line, let's angle the eye, going up and then out towards the sides. Let's tuck the eyes in underneath the brow. Let's start on the left, and come down, round out the eye, and pull that in. Do the same thing on the right side, coming down at an angle. And then from that center line, let's move all the way down to right about here. It's going to mark off the tip of the nose, going across with a straight line. From the tip, let's angle the nose piece, going up and out towards the side. Go out with a straight line. Now I want to place the mouth underneath the nose, but we're going to start off with a rectangle. Let's start on the left with a straight line coming down. Let's go over towards the right, do the same thing. Now from the bottom of the mouth, I'm just going to curve this lip, going up in the middle and then back down. From the center of the mouth, let's step down, add another curve for the lower lip, move down again, and just mark off the chin. Now we're going to go back up to the eyeline. We're going to angle the head, coming down and in towards the jaw to right about there. Angle the chin, coming down and then in towards the bottom. Now I want to add that trim along the inside of the mask. Let's leave a gap in the center, go to the left side, draw a straight line going up, go over towards the right, and do the same thing. Now from here it's going to bend the mask going up and then out toward the left side of our circle, and then the right. Let's bend the mask going out and then up toward the side of the head. Now it's going to round up the side, coming down, and then we're just going to bend that in towards that bottom line. Do the same thing on the right. Let's pull this back in towards the side of the jaw. We're going to bend this in and then down. Now this character usually has his body hunched forward, so we're going to pull the back up in behind the head. So let's start from this point. It's going to slope the shoulders, coming down and out on either side. Now with our rough sketch in place, let's go back and erase some of these guidelines. And now we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us add some more detail and refine the shape. And I'd like to start with the eyes. Let's start with the inside edge of the brow. Just going to bend this up and in to create a fold. Bend this up and out. Now we're not getting too detailed with this. We still want to stay rough with this detail. Add a fold coming down along the inside. Down underneath the eyes. Now it's going to work our way across the top. Just add the bend going up. I'm just going to layer the eyelid underneath and then come down the side. It's going to add a fold, working our way out from the eyes. Now with the bottom edge of the mask, we're just going to bend this up around the cheeks. And we'll pull this around the jaw, coming in and then down. Just going to give the top of the mouth a slight bend. Separate the teeth in the middle, just roughing this in to start. And layer the chin underneath. Let's adjust the top edge of the mask to bend in towards the middle. Now I'm going to go back and just clean up our drawing one final time before we add some more detail and shading. So we're going to start back in between the eyes, across the brow. Just adding some thickness to those lines. Darken up the outside of the mouth around the teeth. And we're just going to separate the teeth along that edge with a short line first. Then go across the bottom. I also want to add a bit of a gum line along the top underneath the lip. Just adding these little points coming down, just aiming towards the teeth separation lines. Do the same thing across the bottom on the corners of the mouth. And now I'm going to move to the side edge of my pencil and start adding some shadows and tones. So I'm going to start off a bit darker along the edge of the nose. and then just blend that out. Just working away across the mask. Also darkening up the inside of the brow, and then fading that out. Also darken up the bottom, and work our way up. I'm just going to add some shadows coming down from the nose across the top of the mouth and shifting it over towards the right side. You want to go a little bit darker along the top. Now the head's going to cast a shadow across the top of the neck. So again, starting off dark along the top and just shifting it over towards the right side. And now I'm going to go ahead and just layer some stubble across the mouth. Starting from the left side, just pulling these short lines coming around. And just bring that down, overlapping the chin. Going up in the center, just underneath the lip. Now, as we get near the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Wolverine. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. And if you want more details on the art supplies I used, I'll leave a list with links in the description below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.